Everybody, we're live. The breaking story is Trump is suing Hillary Clinton. I have that story for you. And Ketanji Jackson Brown, I don't want to mess up her name because, of course, if you mess that up, that could be considered hate speech in 11 different states. Jokes aside, but also seriously, I'm going to talk about her, and my take on her is pretty simple. It's just yes, queen. Yes. Slay, 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 slay. That's my take. Slay, slay, slay. In fact, we're going to listen to Cory Booker, talk about her as I'm getting everybody in, and then we're going to start the show. Remember, Trump suing Hillary, and let's listen to my favorite actor, politician, Cory Booker, put on a show.
You're a person that is so much more than your race and gender. You're a Christian, you're a mom, you're an intellect, you love books, but for me, I'm sorry, it's hard for me not to look at you and not see my mom, not to see my cousins, one of them who had to come here and sit behind you. She had to have your back. I see my ancestors and yours. Nobody's going to steal the joy of that woman in the street or the calls that I'm getting or the texts. Nobody's going to steal that joy. You have earned this spot. You are worthy. You are a great American. Your hero is Constance Baker Motley. Mine, she has sat on my desk for my offices that I've held. She's my icon of America. Her name is Harriet Tubman. There is a love in this country that is extraordinary. You admitted it about your parents. They loved this nation, even though there were laws preventing them from getting together. When they were loving, there were laws in this country that would have prevented you from marrying your husband. It wasn't that long ago. It was last generation.
I wonder if I could say that if there was like a white Supreme Court justice, if I was like, I see my ancestors in you. No, I'd probably be debanked, kicked out of like 17 credit card companies. I'd be banished. I'm like, I see my ancestors in you, Amy Coney Barrett. They're like, excuse me, what did you just say? No, but, shout out to Cory Booker. He sounds like Kermit, but, the guy could put on a show. Anyway, so the story of the day is there's two. I want to talk about I gotta say her name right, because if I went and said something like Ketamine Brown Jackson, that's hate speech. It's probably illegal. I'll get banished out of like society. So I gotta pronounce it right and make no jokes about it. Ketanji Brown Jackson. I apologize. I'm not belittling her as a gender neutral human being. However, I just haven't been paying attention to her news that much. It didn't interest me, but I figured I'd talk about it. So we'll get into that story later. Mostly I'm just here to say, yes, queen, slay, do your thing. And just, everybody who disagrees with you on anything is racist and sexist, even though we're not sure that gender is even real in the first place. So stay strong, ignore those far right extremists working out, exercising, and talking about, child exploitation. Just slay, queen. First story real quick. I didn't think I was going to talk about this, but I saw it in the news. I figured I'd bring it up. And by the way, if you stay till the end of my live stream, I hope you do, I'm going to chill and answer questions. I know I've been rushing and doing a lot of stuff. I've been really working hard this month, but I'm going to hang out for maybe like 45 minutes, an hour, answer your questions, read your comments. I'm going to get to all that. Just give me a second. So the main story I saw in Reuters, it says Donald Trump sues Hillary Clinton and others over Russia collusion allegations. Donald Trump on Thursday sued Hillary Clinton and several other Democrats, alleging they tried to rig the 2016 presidential election by tying his campaign to Russia. I don't know the full details of that. I'm not sure if anybody does because it's so new, but that's the story. I wonder if he'll be successful. I wonder what grounds he's suing on. I will say this, okay? This is where free speech starts to turn into libel, in my opinion. I can't speak for Trump. I do think they lied about him. I absolutely believe that they were trying to put together a narrative to make him look bad and push an agenda. I don't know at what point free speech becomes liable, and I do believe in free speech. However, for me, like example, I've been smeared in the press. At one point, I made a joke about St. Paddy's Day, and basically the news tried to say I was a white nationalist, not directly, but they're like, white nationalist post shares news thing, and like they're tying me to this word, and I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but white nationalist, that term can be like classified, I believe, in like terrorism and stuff. So, my rights are disappearing in front of my eyes if the media lies about me and falsely accuses me of like a group I know nothing about and have nothing to do with. Now all of a sudden you call me a terrorist, and now the government can spy on me or do certain things that I don't deserve as a free private citizen that's not so private. I don't know that anyone has privacy anymore. But that's where it becomes liable, where like you're trying to tie me. That would be like saying I'm in the KKK or something. It's like it's patently not true, and you're gonna get me in trouble and possibly open me up to a bunch of things that I shouldn't be open to. So I believe in free speech, but when people make huge accusations that are fake like that, I believe it's like libel and defamation. You could say, my ideology leans right or whatever, but the second you start getting into like specific groups that I have nothing to do with, it's pretty bizarre. And I have to say this too, in the article they were talking about, they said that a white nationalist page shared my joke about St. Patty's Day, and that's what they were trying to do, to like tie it into some governor who shared it or something, or some Republican who shared it. I have a billion views. I just want to say this and we'll get into the next story. A billion views. My music's been streamed millions of times as well. That would be like saying a group, an extremist group in Africa played a Michael Jackson song, so now Michael Jackson is an extremist. It's like, I'm not as big as Michael Jackson, but I do have a billion views. You think my pages haven't been shared? I've been shared on Occupy Democrats before. Believe it or not, I did a spoken word poem that was, apolitical, but it had political leanings. Occupy Democrats shared it in 2016. I don't agree with them on almost anything anymore, but this idea that they could tie you to somebody that likes you or something, they do that to Trump all the time. I believe they definitely lied about him. It'll be interesting to see what happens in court, but I do believe in free speech. At the same time, I think people should try to be accurate, and there has to be some sort of middle ground, because the biggest deceivers of lying are always, playing the victim. So we'll see what happens there. The second story, it's really important to me. It's called, let me pronounce it correctly because I do not want to get this wrong, Ketanji Brown Jackson, okay? And even mispronouncing her name could be a hate speech violation. Slay, queen, slay. Let's listen to the viral clip everybody's been talking about. I just want to hear it.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the meaning
biologist.
of
So that's been here. I'm gonna take the Trump Sue's Hillary thing away from my face, but that clip's been going viral, I guess, because people are like, "Wow, she can't even say what gender is." Here's the interesting part: if you're liberal nowadays, which she pretty much definitely is, you're not allowed to talk about gender. It's like not only taboo, but it's like hateful. Like you can't even be like, if you're just like a normal lesbian and you're like, I only like women, they get mad at you for that. They're like, you don't like men genitalia? And like lesbians are like, no, I don't think so. And they're like, well, that's hateful. You can't be a woman. You know what I'm saying? You can't have like, it doesn't even exist. They're erasing normal gay people and women. It's actually kind of funny, but also very messed up. I don't know. I have a weird sense of humor, but anyway, it's like she doesn't want to answer the question because if you say what a woman is, you might get kicked off of like social media. However, she was basically hired, and I'm not saying she's not qualified. I'm sure she is. I'm just saying Biden didn't say, I'm going to look at all the nominees and choose the greatest one regardless of skin color and gender. That's not what Joe Biden did. He said, I'm going to look for a black woman. So she got chosen basically because of her gender, being a woman. And now she doesn't want to answer what a woman is because it's like, you can get in trouble for doing that nowadays. I mean, we don't live in a free country anymore. The America that you grew up in, it doesn't exist anymore. We live in this like pseudo-psycho 1984 Orwellian world where they look at you in the face and they say, anomaly, what's 1 + 1? I know in my head it's 2, right? 1 + 1 is 2, but I can't say it. I'm like sweating. I'm like, 1 + 1 is 4? And 1 + 1 is 4. I know it's not 4. I just don't want to get kicked out of like Visa and MasterCard, so I have to lie about it. But in general, this is the world we live in, so she can't answer. I think that's the interesting part of that gender thing. She's not really allowed to say that a woman is this, but at the same time, she's chosen because of her gender. And I'm not saying she's not qualified. That's just how Biden decided to say it. I want a black woman. So your gender literally elevated you in Biden's eyes, yet it doesn't exist in your head because you can't get in trouble. That's the hilariousness of it. I want to speak on what happened to the Babylon Bee and Charlie Kirk too, because here's the interesting part. Babylon Bee put out a joke tweet and said that Rachel Levine was the blank of the year. I literally live in like a psychotic Orwellian slave country, so I can't even tell the truth, or like I can't even report the news. Like, I'm not free, okay? I'll tell the truth. I'm not afraid to be honest, but I'm just letting you know. It's like every time I come on social media, you know, anywhere in this world, this is how crazy the world is. I just want to highlight that. But the joke is a joke. So here's the weird part about the LGBTQs. It's not just the fact that you can't just be gay or lesbian anymore. It's like you need to like everybody. It's like, so you're forcing everybody in the LGBT community to be bisexual because you can't accept that they only like one genitalia. It makes no sense. You know, they choose people based on gender and then pretend like gender doesn't exist. Women's rights are being totally erased under this guise that they don't even exist in the first place. It's an absolute train wreck, yet you're not allowed to make fun of them, even though it's like the funniest thing to talk about because they're so backwards. It's like, it's crazy. I mean, if Babylon Bee said, Anomaly, you are the woman of the year because you have long hair, I might think it's mean, right? I might be like, hey, come on, Babylon Bee, I'm a man. I'm strong. I play sports. You know what I'm saying? Women don't think I'm that. But it's like, at the end of the day, they have the right to make a joke about my gender. You know what I'm saying? Like, even me as a man, they could say, you're a woman. Oh no, I'm the woman of the year. Like, you know, it's just really stupid craps. But like the LGBTQs, you're not allowed to joke about them. Joke about black people, joke about Asians, joke about men, joke about whatever you want, Hispanics, but don't you go to the LGBTQs, and certainly don't go further down the alphabet. It's like, it's such this, I call them LGBTQ supremacists. They think they're literally above a joke, and it's really annoying. Like, it's actually turning a lot of people against gay people that were never against it, because it's just cringeworthy. It's like, most people just literally are not paying attention. They're working, they're too busy with their own, they might not agree with you, they might agree with you. Who cares? You know, we don't have to be in each other's business all the time. But now it's like, we cannot be joked about. Babylon Bee can't joke about Rachel Levine. You can't joke about Rachel Levine. You could joke about Obama. You could joke about Trump. You could joke about Dave Chappelle. But you can't joke about Rachel Levine? Oh, she's above scrutiny? She's above a joke? She's above criticism? Really? They are LGBTQ supremacists. They make absolutely no sense. The modern day gay movement is erasing gay and lesbian rights. The modern day gay movement is erasing women. People like Biden choose people based on their race and their gender, and then have to say the gender doesn't exist because they don't want to get in trouble. It literally makes zero sense. Even if I was a feminist, which I'm not, I wouldn't understand it. Even if I was gay, which I'm not, I wouldn't understand it. I listen to people like Tim Dillon, who is gay, and he says they don't even like him anymore because they're trying to force everybody to, like, you. If you're a lesbian, you need to like transgender women. And it's like, you don't have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, this idea that, you know, people have to do what everyone says. It's literally like Orwellian 1984 slave world. And I just find the peak level of that Ketanji, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Ketanji Brown Jackson. The really interesting part of that story is the fact that, you know, Biden was looking for a black woman. She was one of the most qualified one in his eyes. And then she has to turn around and act oblivious to gender because it's not politically correct. It's like peak level extremism. And then you have, like, you know, Cory Booker doing stuff like this. I played the clip at the beginning, but for people who just joined, we'll just watch like 15 seconds.
You're a person that is so much more than your race and gender. You're a Christian, you're a mom, you're an intellect, you love books. But for me, I'm sorry, it's hard for me not to look at you and not see my mom.
It's hard for me to listen to you and not think of Kermit the Frog hurt. But no, it's a deep speech. I appreciate it, Cory. You know, you're really hitting home there. There's nothing wrong with what he said. I just find it like hilarious. It's like they literally say, we want this gender, we want this race. Republicans never said that. We don't care what race people are. Actually, conservatives love Clarence Thomas. I value Clarence Thomas over most white people in this country. I think Clarence Thomas is one of the most important American figures of my lifetime. I really like Clarence Thomas. I think he's an icon, a great American patriot. But you know, if you like Clarence Thomas, you're a racist. If you don't like Ketanji Jackson Brown, you're a racist. You're a racist. Everything's racist if you disagree with the left wing. Nothing makes sense anymore. They pick people based on race, but then you're not allowed to disagree with them. They hate people of the same race if they're like Candace Owens, but you're not allowed to agree with it. And nothing they do makes sense. It's literally just like a jumble of fake social justice, and nothing's ever equal in their eyes. But it's so obvious. You know, I don't want to rant on it too much, but I do want to point out the hilarious hypocrisy of her not being able to, you know, speak about gender. Meanwhile, the gender was a primary factor of her choosing. Not to say she's not qualified, not to say women can't do it, but Biden did not look at a full list of all ethnic groups and all genders. He looked at women who were black, and that's what he wanted to choose. That's his choice. I mean, I don't care, but this idea that now all of a sudden they don't know what gender is and it's like illegal to say. And before I move on and get to your comments and questions, I got them all up. I want to say this real quick about the gender discussion and debate, because I think hopefully, I mean, I probably can't get through to left-wingers at this point. They're too far gone, but I want to make a compromise, because I know a lot of Republicans are ticking you off. They talk about how many genders they think there are, and apparently you think that's hate speech. Here's my the middle of the road. And I'm not saying I'm not compromising at all. I'm just being 100% honest. In America, I think liberals should be able to make the point that they're trying to make. If you want to say there's 3 genders, you could say there's 3 genders, in my opinion, with your freedom of speech. If you want to make that there's 1,000 genders, you're starting to lose me, because I'm confused at what you're talking about, but I think you should be allowed to have the free speech to do so. When it comes to, you know, transgenderism, now, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but there are women growing, women, biologically born women growing beards. There are biologically born men growing bigger breasts. They're taking hormones. So I'm not saying that they're completely transitioning, because there's certain things I believe in your chromosomes that are impossible to change. You know, there's some things that it takes a lot of surgery, etc., but it's never going to be exactly the same. That's just reality. I don't know how else to say it. But the point I'm getting to is, more now than ever with technology, the same way that you can get a synthetic leg and run around, they are pushing people to transform more than they ever have. You know, where to draw the line, I think it's pretty obvious how most conservatives feel. But here's the point I'm trying to get to liberals is, in my opinion, I don't have to agree with you, but you should be allowed to try to make the intelligent discussion of why you think that you can shift genders, or you can kind of change, or there's 15,000. You should be able to make that argument. But here's what you can't do, and here's what you guys got to stop doing, is banning the other side of that argument. Because literally what used to be considered science and basic biology 10 years ago is a bannable offense in America. This is not a free country anymore. This is a psychotic 1984, you know, insano world where literally what was considered scientific fact 15 years ago is a bannable offense. So I'm going to go in the middle of the road, not to pander to you, but I do think in general there are some gray areas. Like, some people are born as Siamese twins, you know? When certain people say nobody's born gay, I want to be like, maybe, I don't know. You know, I'm not in the psychology of people's heads. Why do you think that way? Why did you go down this path? I would want to have a conversation with someone, be like, what led you here? Do you really think you were born that way? Did something happen? Was it a parent thing? Did someone teach you this? There's a discussion to be had there. And I think if you're compassionate and you want to have that conversation with somebody, that's on you. But in general, you know, there's some kids that are born as a Siamese twin. Science says that you're not supposed to be born with 2 heads, but that happens to people. So what I'm trying to say is, biologically, maybe some people are born with different ideas in their heads, or at least different, you know, genetic makeup. It's the same way there's certain people that have certain disabilities, certain that. And I'm not saying it's a disability, but I am saying there are, you know, some people have immune deficiency, etc. People are born. Not everybody's perfect. Not everybody's born 100% with like amazing genetics. And that's just the reality of it. So where people lean, it's like a nature versus nurture conversation. One thing I'm for sure about is that more kids are identifying as gay now because it's being pushed at them at a young age. If you would have told me at 5 years old I was a Power Ranger or a fireman, I believed it. So now that, you know, Ron DeSantis is trying to push back against this, you know, you're teaching kids about gay stuff before I even knew what it was. Of course kids are going to identify. So how many kids are identifying naturally? I would say in the lower percentile. It's the media, it's the school systems. They're pushing this and pumping this into the heads of soft minds that are looking for authority figures. You guys are forcing kids to be this way and basically making it look as if it's bad bad not to be. So I would guess, just off of my own, thought process, most kids identifying this way are not born that way. They're being taught that at a school, and it's completely okay for Christians and conservatives to say, hey, I think you're going a little too far with the kids. I think you should back it up a little bit. With that being said, I really think that liberals need to figure this out. If you want to say all this stuff, personally, I disagree with like most of what you're saying. However, you got to stop censoring the other side. You just have to. You got, or else people need to be honest about it and realize the threat that they are. They're not liberals. They're not open to new ideas. They're not open to science. They're not open to math. They're not open to reality. They're not open to, really complicated discussions about things that are, a gray area. They're not interested in having that conversation with you. They're interested in censoring you. They're interested in silencing you. They're interested in covering up reality, and they're interested in destroying your life if you disagree with them. I think there's a conversation to be had about what's going on with people that are taking hormones and what's going on with people that feel a certain way. There's a conversation to be had, but you can't just censor out the other side of the conversation and act like that makes you a great person or a non-hateful person. It's insane. For example, the Ron DeSantis school bill that they're calling the Don't Say Gay bill, it's trying to get kids under a certain age to stop being taught it. I mean, if you guys can't even accept that, you're out of your mind. The Christian pastors were right. It is a slippery slope, and you guys have fully lost your mind. I don't think you should teach a lot of things to kids when they're 6 through 9, but the fact that you're pumping gay into their heads, you're pumping sexuality into their heads, because in order to be gay, it has to do with who you're attracted to. So you're pushing sexuality on children. I would consider it really like a light form of what. It's like, it's too much. I mean, every parent has the right to decide when they teach certain things to their child, but the fact that public government schools are doing this at a young age, I think it's insane, and they can't accept it. So I absolutely believe what liberals are doing is a slippery slope. They've proved it. They don't want equal rights. They don't want marriage rights. They don't want any of that. They're coming for everything. It's just true. As compassionate and kind as you could be, that's what they're doing. They can't even lay off of like 6-year-olds and 5-year-olds. Seriously, it's like you guys can't back up. You guys are going to push sexuality under the guise of LGBT. You guys are going to push politics under the guise of BLM and LGBT and act like anybody who disagrees with it hates gay people and is a racist. It's such an evil scheme that liberals are going. So I can't tell people how to think. I can't change the world, but what I can do is speak honestly, okay? And a lot of people are rude and mean, and it doesn't get through to liberals because they are dicks, and a lot of liberals think they're the good guys. All I have is my voice, all I have is my integrity, my authenticity, and my soul, and I'm telling you, if you want to talk about gender to adults, that's fine. With the kids, at least allow people to disagree, and if you can't do that, you're on the wrong side of history, you're not the good people, and you got to allow conservatives to make a case for gender. I mean, it was literally a scientific fact 20 years ago. If you want to say otherwise now with hormone pills and testosterone and all sorts of surgery, I think you should be allowed to make that discussion. I don't have to agree with you, but it is turning into a very slippery slope in a gray area, because although someone can't literally change their entire gender completely, like as if you were born a different gender, there are steps that are literally slowly morphing people into something that they weren't really born. That is true. How far that goes, what you could really do. This is the nicest thing and the most compassionate thing I could think about. I think in a free country, you should be allowed to make your case for that, but you have to stop censoring out the other side of that conversation. You just have to, because it doesn't make you right. It doesn't make you nice. It doesn't make you honest. You've become abusive. You've become insane. You're ruining one of the greatest countries on earth. You're, in my opinion, abusing children with a lot of things. Forced masking, in my opinion, is psychologically damaging. I mean, that's on record. It's causing speech problems in a lot of kids. It's masking their smile. I believe in energy. I believe in smiles. I believe in conversations. I believe in physical communication, and you're taking that away and trying to act as if anybody who disagrees with you needs to be censored. You guys are full-blown psychopaths, and you're hurting a lot of people. And it's the same thing with the gender thing. Say what you want about gender. Say what you want about sexuality. But when you have to cut the tongue out of your opponent, it just proves you're on the side of evil. It just proves you're not right. It proves you're not confident in your argument. And everything is hate speech to you. The truth is hate speech. Reality is hate speech. You should be able to make fun of me. That's fine. You should be able to make fun of Rachel Levine. That's fine. You should be able to make fun of Dave Chappelle, and you should be able to make fun of gay people, okay? And everybody. It's like I have a lot of jokes I want to say about Ketanji Brown Jackson, but it's like, oh, that's racist. It's like, I make fun of Nancy Pelosi all the time. I make fun of Joe Biden. What liberals are doing is creating this inequality among us and making this tension among different ethnic groups rise and rise and rise. I would say, I'm not going to say it's at an all-time high. That's not true, but it's at a high in the last 10, 15 years, not naturally. People are not naturally tense because they hate each other. People are tense because the liberal media and liberal press is so lopsided with everything. It's like, I can joke about everyone except for a black woman, or I can make a joke about everybody except for a gay person, or you could joke about every official. I mean, it's a political official. Make fun of Ted Cruz, make fun of Kamala Harris, but you can't make a joke in a satirical, comedy site about Rachel Levine. It's categorically insane. Liberals have the most to make fun of, yet they don't want you to talk about anything. They're pushing an agenda of authoritarianism, totalitarianism, and dictator-like leadership over the country through the guise of black activism, which is mostly fake on a corporate scale. Do you notice anything, guys? The same people pushing Black Lives Matter, the same corporations like Uber and all these tech companies, they do that. Then they do the COVID thing. Now it's a Ukraine flag. They're all brainwashing everybody, social engineering everybody in unison. I'm not saying you can't support Ukraine. I'm not saying you can't support COVID rules or whatever you want to do, but it's like this mass social engineering. They all do it at the same time. It all goes out, and then everybody just thinks it's normal. You think Uber cares about you and Jeff Bezos, they're your best friends? You don't think you're being manipulated a little bit? People don't even realize that. So they're pushing these agendas, and they like to hide them behind things like COVID, because then you can't disagree. They're passing laws, dictator-like laws under the guise of COVID. They're passing, crazy laws that take away free speech under the guise of, LGBT rights and activism. They're using and exploiting black activism and LGBT groups to ruin this country, and that's just a fact. I'm not saying everybody's ruining the country. It's the people at the top who are using you to destroy this country and take away our freedom, and it's absolutely not right. And, people need to get a little bit keen to that, because what big tech is doing slowly and surely is weeding our rights away to the point where people aren't even going to realize what it's like to have a real conversation. Everything's fake nowadays, and that's why we're keeping it real here, folks. I'm not going to complain about it. God is great. Because of my ability to not be a total fraud, I've been able to benefit off this stuff. So I'm very, very grateful. I try to be honest. I try to be compassionate, but the censorship and stuff is leading to a very, very bad place. I want to show you something real quick, folks, and then I'm going to answer questions and hang out for a while. So really quick, these are my blue hats. There's literally only 18 of them. So I have 18 blue hats. I think there's probably like 10 left. I have these Dream Rare green hats that I'm wearing at dreamrare.com. You can find them, and that's that. You see that? I got some stone white hats. I got regular white hats. We got new shipments in, but especially the blue ones, they are going to be out of stock very, very soon. And that's my Freedom Over Tyranny shirt. So I hope you guys like that. And I'm just going to put the link on the thing. It's dreamrare.com. So that's what fuels the show. I'm very grateful for your support, and I just wanted to put that up there, dreamrare.com. The blue Made in America hats, the beanies, I love them. Literally 18. I'm not just saying this as like a sales pitch, like, oh, I just want to pretend like I have not that much to make a sale. I understand that's good marketing. It really is, but no joke, we got 18. They said we only have 18 blue hats in the entire United States. The beanies are sick. They're one of my favorite products. Honestly, they were the best seller when I had black beanies. We can't find them. So the blue ones, they're almost sold out. In fact, I could go to the website. I'll tell you exactly how many there are right now. So we had 18. I'm refreshing the page, and I'll let you know. There's 9 left. There's 9 9 blue beanies left. So if you want one, it's probably going to be done after this live stream. All right, that's it, folks. I'm going to answer some questions, and let's see. Brenda said on Facebook, when I was in school, we had to get written permission. Hold on, that was a good comment. When I was in school, Brenda said we had to get written permission from our parents before we could be taught sex and health class. How times have changed. Exactly. I think it's a parent sort of thing. So teaching sexualization to children is not a normal thing. It's new. At a certain part, the parent needs to decide, do I want to teach it at 12, 16? I don't know. That's a weird thing to have to teach your kid, but maybe you want to teach them before they learn it in the real world. It's a tough gray area, no question. But I would say 6 to 9 is too young. And also, like, pumping gay sex into kids' heads. Like, if you're talking about people being gay, you're essentially sexualized. It's like you don't need to have that conversation with a kid at 6, especially when they're so moldable. So it's really crazy that liberals just lie about everything. And like, they're, in my opinion, I'm not saying conservatives are perfect. I think they're wrong about a lot of things. I think they're passing speech laws, and a lot of the leaders that people follow in the Republican Party are not the real deal. However, I'm not saying this just to be trendy. I'm not afraid to say both sides have a point. Liberals have lost their mind more than conservatives, and they're wrong about almost every major issue. Why are they wrong? I could psychologically break it down. In order to be good at something, basketball, sports, intelligent, you have to keep learning. You have to challenge yourself. If you want to be the best debater, you got to do a lot of debates and have a lot of conversations. What liberals have done is gotten comfortable on every topic because they don't have to debate. If you disagree with their racial agenda, which is totally backwards, they call you a racist. What does that do? It says, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm good, you're bad, conversation over. If I use the word racist as much as a liberal, I'd be just as dumb and foolish as them as well. They call everything, when it comes to climate change, this is a very interesting topic that is going to change your entire world. It already has. They're restructuring all major businesses. BlackRock, they're all talking about it. It's a very complex issue. It involves the sun. No human controls the sun. It involves ice caps, things that we can't measure, the ocean, Antarctica can't even be measured with a lot of the snowfall. I mean, there's a conversation to be had about it, but liberals say, I don't need to have a conversation about climate change. It's real. You're a conspiracy theorist, and who cares if I destroy the energy sector, start a war with Russia, and am totally oblivious, and millions of people lose power because of it? I'm right and you're wrong. So they're wrong about almost every topic, because instead of having debates and keeping intellectually sharp like an athlete would want to stay in the gym, they've been lazy for the past 8 years, censored all their opposition. So every major point, from racial matters to sexual matters to everything, I would say they're on the wrong side of history. They're totally oblivious of how authoritarian and evil they've become. And all I could do is use my platform to hope that people snap out of it, because at the end of the day, listen, we have to look at ourselves in the mirror at the end of the day. We have to be like, do I really feel like I'm doing the right thing? Am I self-aware of what I'm doing? Do I stop every now and then to make sure that, I'm not the bad guy in this situation? And I think they've totally lost sight of that. And it's easy to do online, because you just find the craziest right-wingers and point your finger at them, or find the craziest left-wingers and point your finger at them. But, they've lost really every major topic, and they just resort to censorship, because that's the only way that they can feel right about it. They can't win in a free market. They just have to censor, and it's not leading to a good place. I mean, it's literally leading to forced lockdowns, forced masking. In my opinion, this is a total slavery scheme. Okay, if you're a free citizen, you get to travel, you get to work. If you're a prisoner or an enslaved, captured, prisoner at a foreign country, you are locked inside somewhere. You're not allowed to have a free business. This country's not free. People are not free. They've destroyed the travel industry. This country is a shell of what it once was. We're living in this like psycho nightmare. I'm still grateful. I still have a good time. Don't get me wrong. But it's like they're ruining the world, and they don't even realize it. They're ruining every aspect of health. Jen Psaki admits that our government doesn't consider healthy lifestyles. This isn't science. Our country is the most sold out to big pharma in the whole world. I'm about to break you guys in on a little secret. America is one of the most, if not the most, corrupt country when it comes to big pharma relationships, because a lot of the big pharma companies are here. They lobby our politicians the hardest, and that's why you're getting all this information. Do you don't think there's foreign countries that did it differently? Sweden did it differently. Belarus did it differently. In other countries, they have a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, we're going to lock you down, which is messed up, but we're going to try to get you healthy food and have like a routine for you. Jen Psaki admitted America does nothing of that. Are people this foolish? Seriously, I don't care if you're conservative. A lot of Republicans are falling for this brainwashing. Oh, this is normal. This is healthy. No, it's not. You think it's healthy to lock you inside, put masks on the children, take away sports, and admit that they don't even have a healthy lifestyle routine? It's categorically insane. And now these same health officials, I got COVID twice in 6 months. I'm not surprised, because you think that being healthy is being pale as a ghost and literally standing on stage saying, yeah, vaccine, 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 vaccine. I'm sorry, diet, exercise, mental health, opening windows. I mean, getting fresh air, going for walks, like all environmental toxins. This all is reality. This is real science. All of it plays an equation into your health. Yes, you can get medication if you want. I didn't say not not to, but they're not even thinking about that. And they've somehow brainwashed people to think that that's okay and that's normal. It's literally insane. I'm shocked that there's even a million Republicans who go along with this. And I'm like, it's one thing if you're lazy. Just say, I'm lazy. I'm too lazy to do anything. I respect that. Life is good. I'm a simple person. I'm too lazy to do anything about it. I'm just biding my time. I respect that. But people who go along with this and say, it's for your health, I think it's good. It's like, do you know how many people you're hurting with this type of stuff? The fact that this is now normalized. I'm like a prisoner of America. It's fine. It's just, I can't go. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to get stuck in another country. I'm going to have to wait it out. But someone said, be amazed just how positive thoughts give good health. Stress is a massive causer of problems, and also, like, for sure, mental health. Like, how positive are you about yourself, the day? When you're negative, it goes internal and it affects your body for sure. Your thoughts, your actions, all of that. Someone said one side watches and believes TV. Well, that's not true. I think a lot of people watch Fox and Newsmax as well. You just got to watch when you're watching television or anybody. Even with me, I think the reason that I'm so trustworthy and I'm so legit is I'm very honest and self-aware. So I'm constantly telling people, like, you should question my narratives. You know what I'm saying? But I try to be as accurate as I can be, give my take and be really reasonable. A lot of media is not reasonable. They're just telling you one side of the story, emotional clips, and you should question me the same way you question Fox News and Newsmax. Be open-minded, look at evidence, look at the other side. One thing that you'll find is when you start hitting too close to home, people will call you a certain name. If I said, well, you're a racist, anti-vaxxer, then I'm lying because I'm not explaining myself. I'm just like, you're these things. It's like, what? That doesn't even make sense. But someone said Anomaly is so smart, but he's too quick for my older brain. Well, I could show comments on here. Let me see. I'm going to try this. Look, Anomaly is so smart, but he's too quick for my older brain. Well, thank you. How do I take that off now? I'm learning how to do this. This is cool. All right, I'm going to put some comments on here. I'm sorry I'm too fast for your older brain, but it's the 21st century. I got to move. I got to keep it going. If I'm too slow, people tune out. Anomaly's too slow. I'm going to go watch Thomas the Tank Engine. That's more my, or Tom and Jerry, because, Tom and Jerry's always running around, or Tom's running around, whatever. You get it. Let me see. All right, hold on. Let's see. Okay, Corey said, so in your own thought process, how do we fix our country outside of almost full-blown rebellion? Well, yeah, I would say don't say stuff like that because they're going to target you. I mean, I didn't even mean to put it on the screen, but I mean, I would say changing yourself, voting, changing life patterns, etc. But I don't know. I would be careful if I were you. I'm not trying to scare you, but like people be talking all this shit online. It's like, they're trying to like investigate people and trying to say that everybody's doing certain stuff. So you got to watch what you say nowadays. I'm just being honest. I'm trying to help you out. Like, I wouldn't say stuff like that because first of all, you're not going to do anything. It's probably just like a metaphor. Like, what do we do outside of this? But it's like, you're going to get yourself in trouble. It's not the year 2000 anymore. People are being like arrested, jailed, and investigated over Facebook comments and things that they said about, certain events. So let me see. Someone said be involved locally. I definitely think that helps. I think, being involved locally, it doesn't even have to mean government. Like you could vote for local politicians, but locally, like who are you? What's going on in your family, in your community, in your life? How can you change your life? I could be a bodybuilder. I could be fat. That's up to me. So I think as locally as yourself, also in your community, etc. I definitely think that helps. Let's see. Someone said no fear, Jesus saves. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate it. Someone said we're all on a list. They just add our comments to a long list. Well, I'm just saying in general, like, it's not like, it's just not like 1999 where if you say, oh, I want to rebel, they're like, whatever. Nowadays, they're trying to tie you to things you didn't even do and stuff. I would just say be cautious because, I don't know. I try to watch my words very carefully, knowing that they're watching my every move, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to not be myself, but like, January 6th is an example. It's like everybody was like role playing patriot and got in trouble. I saw through that shit. Excuse my language. I saw through that like 2 months before, and everyone's like, "But I'm emotional about it." It's like you're not really doing a revolution. You know, that wasn't a real revolution or a real insurrection. It was just hundreds of thousands of Trump supporters going to see Trump speak, and a couple hundred or a couple thousand, you know, feeling extra, I want to go to the side of the building. And it's like, you know, you're not doing anything. So what's the point of being there? You know, you're risking jail time. You're risking getting in trouble for what? You're not really trying to overthrow the government. You're not going to get Mike Pence to listen to you. So what's the point? It's like just to, you know, just to get all riled up, get yourself in trouble. It's just an emotional misstep, in my opinion. But someone said that was the biggest trap. I agree, man. I totally agree. Oh, wait, Teeny on the, what? Teeny right on good stuff? I don't even know what that meant. Sorry, I got the wrong one. Someone said Jesus wins the battle. I apologize. Apparently, I could put the comments on the stream. I like this, so I'm going to keep doing this. Sorry about that. Someone said, what happened to the war on terror and the Patriot Act? Well, that was a manipulation, I think. I mean, they really went to the Middle East, but the Patriot Act is probably being used against American citizens now because people didn't read the legislation. They thought they were fighting terrorism. Isn't it interesting? You don't even hear about terrorists anymore. You don't hear about the Middle East. America's fighting Russia, Ukraine. It's all white countries now. Middle Easterners are probably laughing hysterically. They're like, dude, they don't even care. They don't even care about us anymore. So yeah, I think it's just important to know the game they're playing. But someone said I'm from Flint, Michigan. What's up, Thomas? Appreciate you. Let's see. Someone said, is thinking illegal yet? Love you, man. I got my stickers. Thank you. Thank you, B. Lanice. I hope you enjoyed the stickers from dreamrare.com. I appreciate you. Someone said, God bless. Oh, Warren Me here. Sorry, I didn't mean to put that up, but let me see. God bless. Same fake news here in England. Thank you, K. Hawkeye. I appreciate it. This is cool. I didn't even know I had this feature. Someone said, I love seeing the comments on the screen. It's fun, right? I like this. Let me see. Where is it? Someone said complaining and whining does what? I can't tell you. I'm not a whiner and a complainer, so I can't tell you what that does. Trump sued Hillary. Yeah, he's suing her over Russia collusion stuff. I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see. I already covered it. I'm going to put this one on. Let's see. This is a good one. Corey said the Patriot Act was a massive invasion of our freedoms under the false narrative of safety. I agree with that. Someone said, yeah, Joe said, yes, I love that. Comments on the screen. Listen, we're up in the quality, folks. This ain't anomaly of 2 months ago. We're really doing it. Appreciate you, Edward. Come on. Someone said Russia conquered Mariupol. Is that true? I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Teeny said anomalies upping the game. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. This looks like I have a crazy hairline, but it's just my shadow, right? It almost looks like I have like an 80s hairdo under here, but I don't mind it. Someone said you're a doer, always sharing. Thank you so much, Edward. I'm really hustling. I got a new song coming out. My book I'm working on. I got like 1,000 things, but I like to hustle. I'm getting excited. I'm into it. Oh, Albert said Anomaly's regaining his respect. Hold on, let me get that comment up. I know Albert's been, I think he was pretty much hating on me for a while, but now he said I'm regaining. Thank you, Albert. It means a lot because, you know, when I have a critic turn back into a, you know, respecter, thank you. Let me see. Someone said, rather than surrounding Mariupol, Zelensky forced Putin to hammer it to ashes. Yeah, I don't know enough about that. I appreciate you guys' perspective, but I'll have to research that. Moose Chuckle said, Anomaly, you've really upped your game, man. Love this new look and kicking everything up a notch. Love watching your channel grow, man. Thank you, Moose Chuckle. God is great. It was overdue for me to get better. I got this webcam. I got all this stuff. I like it. I appreciate your support, and I'm enjoying myself. Here, I'm going to put this. All right, Steven said, thank you, Steven. He said, what's your book going to be about? Okay, so It's done. I'm doing all the work, so I got to figure out how to edit it myself and make sure I didn't spell anything wrong. But basically, it's going through words like racist, sexist, xenophobic, anti-Semite, climate change denier, anti-vaxxer. All of these words, which basically mean you're a liar or you're an evil person and you got to shut your mouth. I'm just going through the origin of these words and breaking down the language manipulation of not just liberals, but also conservatives to really, stop the freedom of speech. So it's a book, dedicated to American freedom of speech and freedom of speech in the world. And I'm being very honest, very nice, very fair about all those words, how they shouldn't be used barely at all, if ever, and why they are not helpful for Jewish people, black people, women, everybody they claim to help, they're actually hurting. So I'm diving deep into the language of the words, what they mean, where they came from, how they're used, and why it's a fabrication. So I spent a lot of time. It's probably over 100 pages, and I think it's going to be a classic. Larry said, I still have my 80s hairdo. Nice. I used to have a mullet when I was younger. I wish I had my mullet still, like Theo Vaughn. It's kind of swaggy. Thank you. God bless from Ohio. Thank you, Holly. Appreciate you. Someone said, hey, Anomaly, I see you upgrading in the 20 deuce. Keep it up. You're the only conservative that I listen to. Hey, Mo, I appreciate it. I'll let you know if there's anyone else worth listening to. I appreciate being the only one, though. That means I'm doing something right. Well, I mean, obviously I lean right, but I try to talk about health, fitness, other stuff. Like I'm no political puppet. I don't work for the Republican Party. I'm able to say what I want. So, politics is a fake sport. The word politicking, if you think about politics, like look up the definition of the word. It doesn't mean like an honest person, but if you have like BS going on at work, they call it politics, right? What is that? Oh, there's politics at work. They're conning me out of like money. Politics is politics. So there's extra politicking in politics, and it tends to be a very like corrupted field. Everything's corrupted nowadays, but especially politics. This is interesting. Cynthia said, Anomaly, cults use a tactic called thought stopping. Look it up. It applies to vilifying people who disagree, even if they are correct. I'll check it out. I believe you, Cynthia. It sounds like a good tactic. Don't think that. Don't even think that. It's like if you say something about race, the proper opinion, if you have like a question or an honest thought, it's like, don't think that. That sounds like a way to cover up reality, That doesn't sound like someone who's trying to explain to you, oh, no, this is wrong because this is right. It's just like, stop that thought. Someone said, sounds like the cult of Fauci. Hey, we love Anthony Fauci here. Anthony Fauci, man, that guy gets it. He should be on the cover of every magazine all the time. It's just such good wisdom. He's like, wear a mask, take it off, do a dance, what I'm saying? Do the vaccine dance. Someone said just you, Bryson, and Jesse Lee Peterson keeping it real. Well, I appreciate the love. Shout out to Jesse Lee and Bryson. Let's see. Rob said Fauci is science. All hail Dr. Anthony Fauci. Dr. Anthony Fauci is science. Disagreeing with him is like disagreeing with gravity. Literally. Someone said, why is there ads when your feed starts? I don't know. Are you on Facebook? I would say that means it's being monetized. So I apologize if that's annoying, but that's a good thing. So for me, besides dreamrare.com, I have Patreon. I have a few streams of income. My main one is really Facebook ads. So, if they run ads, I apologize if it's annoying, but that's really my bread and butter and has been for the last few years. So, thank you to every ad you've put up on Facebook. You guys are the real MVPs for sure. Oh yeah, they are monetizing it right now. Awesome. Well, since they're monetizing it, man, I'm gonna drag this out forever. We're gonna do a 20-hour speech since I'm making money on it. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm probably not gonna stay super long, but I will stay for like 30, 40 minutes. So yeah, if you ever see an ad, I apologize for the annoyingness of it. However, that is a stream of revenue. So, and it goes away sometimes. Sometimes they demonetize certain videos, big videos, my whole channel. So I try to, while the iron's hot, get it going. Let's see. Teeny said, I have to go back to work. Glad to be able to get some inspiration from Anomaly. God bless you, Teeny. Have a good day. Enjoy your work. And here's what I used to do at my job. First of all, if you like your job, you don't have to do anything. But I always like to, like at work or lunch, I always love to get a notepad out, my phone, write a rap song. I'm always hustling. So someone said I've had my 4th one so far and it cuts out when you're saying something. I apologize, but yeah, I mean, I must be making real good money on this video. So sorry if that's annoying, but sheesh, someone's got to do it. Facebook, sometimes they don't monetize my video at all. So when they do, I got to just keep the good times going. Am I on True Social? Not really. I kind of deleted it because it wasn't working very well. Real quick, God bless beanies. I just want to let people know. Oh, let's go 20 hours. I want to show people real quick. Sorry, dreamrare.com. Is it here? Okay, I got to get it. We have 6 beanies left. So people bought 3 since we've been on. There's only 6 left. If you want one, it's going to be gone by the end of the day for sure. But hold on. How do I get back to the comments? Oh, here they are. Someone said, go another 30 minutes and 45 minutes. It's World Cup time. Go Portugal. Is that true? Is the World Cup on? Let me see. World Cup. What, qualifiers? World Cup. Is there really a World Cup game on today? Oh yeah, Portugal versus Turkey, Italy versus Italy versus North Macedonia. Live updates. What is it? Oh, qualification playoff semifinals. Very cool. Oh, let me see. Is that a super chat? Why is that red? Is that a super chat? Oh yeah. Oh, that's really cool. I could put super chats on the screen now. Dang, I never knew this. This is awesome. I love this thing. Someone said 50 no K. I don't even know what that is, but whatever. Call me Abe. This is the best stream I've heard in a while. Keep at it. Looking forward to reading the book. Thank you, Eman Bizgard. I'm not even sure how much you donated, but I don't even care. I appreciate it. Man, I'm having a blast. This is so fun. I could put the comments on the live stream. Let's go. This is like a real show now. Come on. This ain't your average YouTube show anymore. We really got it popping now. What do I think? This is a great question. Wait, hold on. Someone said, Pamela from Facebook said, what do you think of the new Supreme Court Justice? Yes, queen. I think that's what I think of her. I think she's a queen. I think she is a queen with 5 Qs. Not to be confused with QAnon, the right-wing conspiracy theory. No, I'm just kidding. But, queen. Queen. She's just like blowing me away. I want her to just, spread feminism and Black Lives Matter. Her life matters, duh. So I have to agree with everything she says. Except for Clarence Thomas, that big bad man. No, jokes aside, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just Democrats being Democrats. How can we push our agenda through a victim card so you can't disagree? It's just the same old, same old. I guess I just don't expect anything out of them. Like, I know they're gonna push somebody as far left as possible. Someone says she's a legal mind. That's a nice little thumbnail you got there. Those are our 2 favorites right there. You got Bill Gates and Hillary, just out here helping the world. Beatrice Davis said, Starface, money face. Don't know what that means, but I appreciate it. I like the faces. Someone said, is she a woman? Listen, officer, this is like 2022. Like, this is the question. Is the Supreme Court nominee a woman? Well, Biden said he was going to choose a woman, a black woman. So is she a woman? She's whatever gender she wants to be. That's correct, sir. Thank you for answering properly. The thought police will now leave in 5 minutes. We better not see you on Twitter tweeting anything about the Joe Rogan experience, all right? I won't. I promise I'll watch. I don't know. I'll watch that movie with the women feminist Ghostbusters movie or something. I'll never watch. I don't know. Am I suing Hillary Clinton? No, I don't. I love my life. I would never sue Hillary Clinton. Just another queen. In fact, it was flattering when Hillary Clinton's daughter, Chelsea Clinton, tweeted about me. She said something about this conspiracy theorist on Facebook, and I was like, great, that's exactly what I need. Someone in the Clinton family talking about me, you know? But we love the Clintons over here. Just just an old-fashioned Democrat family, always just looking out for, America. Um, Amon Bisgard said, NOK is short for Norwegian kroner. 10 kroner is slightly more than $1. Your ignorance has just earned you another $5. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Shout out Norway. Thank you for the kroners. I'm gonna invest those. I'm gonna trade kroners for some Dogecoin and see what happens. Actually, I won't do that, but hold on. This was a funny one. Where was it? Someone said I identify as a handsome man. Wait, I want to find that one. That was funny. Hold on, I'm trying to. Oh, here it is. I found it. Hold on. Where is it? Oh no, I lost it. It was a funny one. Sorry, I lost it. Someone said, I don't like her. She's soft on pedophiles. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I haven't done enough research into it, but I see Republicans are saying she gives like light sentences to child porn or something. I've seen all the reports. I'm not doing this to like cover it up, I promise. I just haven't like fully dove down. I guess I'm kind of like I'm not going to say I want to be different, but I saw everybody on my timeline talking about her. And I was just like, I don't feel like diving into this right now. I'm just like, but I'm going to read this. Someone said, Bradley said, your nose is getting bigger. Are you by chance grifting? That's kind of funny. No, I think it's probably just my camera. I'm just zooming in. I want you to see my Italian nose, but it's okay. I'm going to mark that up as hate speech. I'm going to report that to Rachel Levine, and anybody else from this point on who says anything like that will be, banned from bank accounts and traveling to Australia. So, that's my new hate speech law. All right, I'm gonna highlight this because this is like, hold on. Sarah said, you're very handsome. Mostly it's because of your heart. This is a way to tell somebody that they're ugly. Luckily, I don't think I'm ugly, or else I'd be self-conscious about this. But like, this is not really like a compliment, Sarah. I appreciate you, but it's like, you're very handsome, but it's like mostly because of your heart. It's like, yeah, Susan Boyle's the most attractive singer to me because her heart is just on top. Adele, I liked Adele when she was bigger because her heart was just really there. It's like, just how do you say you think I'm ugly without saying I'm ugly? My gosh, it's like, I want you to be my wife, not because of your looks, trust me, because of your heart. It's definitely not your look. You're like, all right, geez, just, you could have just coded it. You didn't have to be so blunt about it. Luckily, someone said hold on. B. Jules said your heart brings out your looks. It's another way to say I'm ugly. It's all good. Do I look bad on this? Do I look bad today or something? This webcam, my new webcam zooms too much. You're in person. My gosh, I got to go hit the gym or something. Let me see. I don't know. Cynthia said, anomaly Sarah's being sincere. It's okay, Cynthia. I was just making a joke. But I mean, it is a way to say somebody's kind of ugly. It's like, it's all good. I get it. I'm not your cup of tea. You're more interested in someone else. You just like my heart. It's okay. Someone said, I never thought about your looks. I just like your content. Well, I appreciate that. That's what I'm going for. I'm just bringing on comments and stuff. It's okay. I was just kidding, guys. It's not a big deal. All right, I didn't mean to put that one on. All right. I love you for your takes. It's cool. I don't know. I'm just seeing a bunch of comments. I'm just picking ones I thought were funny, but I don't need the compliments now. I appreciate it, but I just thought it was funny. It's just like, your heart is really what makes you attractive. It's like, all right, geez. This is a good one. From this day forward, I identify as tax exempt. Respect my pronouns. Facts, dude. I identify as a pansexual, tax sexual. So, you know, my pansexual is like, which way am I going? And then my tax sexual means like I identify as translucent. You know, when the IRS comes, I'm like, you shouldn't even be able to see me right now because I don't even exist in the metaverse, you know? That sounds like a good way to get out of taxes. Let's see. No, I got you, Edward. We're cracking. All right, I'm going to stay for like 20 more minutes. This is pretty fun. Identify as a church to be tax exempt? Now you're talking. I mean, you know, I don't feel like doing that right now, but eventually, I mean, I'm not going to fake it. If I actually started a church or something, but that definitely is a way to get out of taxes. It's pretty crazy. And I don't want churches to pay taxes. I want everybody to not pay taxes. Let's see. Someone said I identify as unidentifiable. That's a good one. I identify as, let's see. I identify as a nonprofit. That's a good one. Someone said, let's see. Identifying as tax exempt. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm clicking too much stuff here. I don't know how to work it. Dominic said, I love listening to all your videos. I agree with about 98% of everything you say. People thinking on their own is always great. Well, that's good, Dominic. I appreciate it. And 98%, that's an A+, so I will take it. I appreciate it. Someone said income tax is a form of slavery. I hear you, man. I mean, it's stealing people's money. It's basically like take your money when you work, take your money when you spend, take your money when you buy, take your money when you get a hotel, take your money when you sell, take your money. They're just stealing our money. I mean, I don't like it. Manny said I identify as a lesbian Romulan from Star Trek. It sounds like a safe bet. Sounds like you know, sounds like you won't get in too much trouble if you're a lesbian Star Trek character. Although, even though if you're lesbian, you need to make sure your politics are sound. Because if you're like a lesbian Republican, they're gonna treat you like you're Hitler. So you gotta watch your politics. All right, blue hats, folks, on dreamrare.com. There's 4 left. So 4 hats left. I'm gonna hide that. Dreamrare.com. There's only 4 blue God bless beanies. That's it. I identify as handsome and brilliant. Tucker said that. Oh, got you. Same. I identify as a real man, said Paul. I identify as a synthetic mRNA, man. How green hats? I don't know what that means. Oh, how many green hats? There's like 80 or 70, maybe like 70 green hats left, which they'll sell out eventually, but there's only 4 blue beanies, so that's the dire one. 4 blue beanies, that's it. Someone said you remind me of Frank Zappa anomaly. I've gotten Frank Zappa. I've gotten Cat Stevens. Somebody told me they look like Cat Stevens. I was like, shit, I'll take it. You know, Frank Zappa was kind of cool. I don't know what he looked like, but people tell me like Drake. Some people think I look like a slightly whiter, more Hispanic Drake. I would consider that a compliment. I don't know, but. And then some people tell me that my heart is the factor that makes me Someone said Ruud van Nistelrooy. Shout out soccer. I don't know, soccer reference. How many blue turquoise hats with yellow pink lettering? None. I don't know. I don't have any of those, but maybe one day. Someone said they only tax you till you die. I know. It's convenient, right? At least they leave you alone. Oh, sorry. I didn't even mean to hit that. Someone said, haha, synthetic RNA, you are a riot. I appreciate it, Paul. I like to think I'm very funny, but also I'm an easy crowd. You look like Anomaly, dude. I've been told that. Wait, I tried to click a different one, but I clicked the wrong one. Let me see. Where is it? 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 Here it is. I found it. All right. Peanut Diamond said, have you seen the New Zealand Prime Minister is gaslighting businesses saying government mandates were minimal, that firing folks or requiring vax passports were their decisions? I have not seen that, but nothing surprises me at this point. They're so deceitful. Appreciate the laughs. Amun said, I identify as not caring for anyone's identity. Very cold-hearted, but pretty funny. Taxes in California definitely suck. Not ideal, but, you know, depends where you live, if you're from there. How much for the Mario ball? That one, that's going to cost you a pretty penny. I don't know. Maybe I'll sell it one time. Maybe I'll sign it and sell it when I get broke. Next time I get demonetized or Patreon closes me down or something, I'll sell my Mario ball and I'll just be like, exclusive Mario Anomaly ball. Give me your money. It's an NFT. It's a non-fungible token, but you get a ball. Oh, what if I did a non-fungible token Anomaly basketball promo, and then with the non-fungible token, I literally also then sell my basketball? I don't know. We might be on. What do you guys think of the NFTs? Yes, no? Someone said, make hats for women. Hold on. I want this question to go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Patty, I actually have a pink hat. If you go to dreamrare.com, we have wait, do we have pink hats still? Oh, or did they sell out? Let me look. I think they might have sold out. We had pink hats, Patty. I'm not out here. We love women. You know, on one hand, women don't exist at all. On another hand, they do, and we like them, you know? I had like 100 pink hats. They all sold out, so you got to just be quick when I got these sales. The white hats look good on women. I think the green hats look good too, but I think the white hats look good on women personally. But it's up to you. I did have pink hats though for like a couple weeks. Made in the USA. It's not easy to get this stuff. USA products are in the tubes. They don't make them like they used to. All right, let me see this real quick. Someone said NFTs pretty much a crock. You don't even own the copyright of the image. It depends what NFT it is. Terry said, I love my white hat. Well, thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. I think they're pretty solid. Abitaskew said, Abitaskew Data Flow. That's a crazy name. I feel like it's not your real name, but I miss the Pacific Coast, North County, San Diego shout out whenever you need a couch to crash on. I appreciate it, but I don't know. I probably won't be crashing on a couch anytime soon. Hopefully. I mean, I'll probably sleep on another couch in my lifetime, but I don't know. Appreciate the offer, though. Let's see. We got three hats left at dreamrare.com. Someone bought one, so 3 blue hats. Aman said this super chat identifies as $1 million. Invest in Dogecoin now. I appreciate it. Thank you. I will take that $1 million that I never received, and I will invest it into some coins. Let me see. Someone said Poor for Putin was the best ever. Thank you so much, Mark. I had a blast with my friend making that and writing that script. You know, you got to get poor for Putin. The only way to fight Putin is to be poor. Some people thought it wasn't that funny. Some people thought it was funny. I hope you laughed. So I'm glad you liked it. All right, maybe like 3 more. Oh, this is good. Phantom Truth said I'm more of a dream well done guy. Get it? All right. I like that. I like a good pun. I'm with a steak pun. You know, I like that a lot. All right, we'll do. Someone said camouflage God bless hats. That would be fire. I guess I just got to get the right material because everything I do is made in the US and it's very difficult to get these hats. I like these hats. If you look, hold on, it's like stuck to my head, but you see they come with 3 American flags. They got one there. They got one in the hat. You see, wait, hold on. Where is it? On the other side. American flag, look. American flag. Wait, sorry, my finger. There. 1 American flag, 2 American flags, and then there's a 3rd American flag. So I I'm not buying Chinese hats. No disrespect to China. I'm just saying. I'm not out here buying Chinese hats. So I'm getting the real deal. This is not made in the Philippines. You can actually see it says made in the USA, stitched in the USA, cotton harvested in the USA. Like in my shirts, you could literally see all that. I have that all. I'll show you real quick. I mean, I think I'm gonna try to bring it up while I'm on live, but I want to show you how American it is. Someone said you made a lot of stuff off this one stream. Good job. Thank you. Appreciate it. Here, I'm gonna show y'all how American it really gets out here. Let me see. Bang. Hold on. I just gotta bounce this video. It's pretty cool. I could work in real time. I'm making a video as I speak to you, and then I'm gonna bounce the video, upload it into my thing, and then I'm gonna play it right off the jump. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I definitely like it. All right. Name it. Get back to the streamer. Someone said I buy American. Well, check out my website, usaproductsonly.com. I'm trying to build the greatest database of all USA products. So I don't know if I have it yet, but we're working on it. We're definitely doing some stuff, usaproductsonly.com. All right, I'm going to show you this real quick. I'm about to upload it. This is how American the shirts are. Ready? We're going to, oh no, I did a move. What am I doing? I guess I did the wrong file. No. Web hosting? No, I got to do video and audio. No. What am I doing? Computer? There it goes. All right, we'll get back to some comments. American flags. Let's hear you rap, bro. I'm dropping a new song soon. I can't tell you what it's about, but if all goes well, I'll be recording my song today, and then it'll be out maybe next week or something. But I have a video with Bryson Gray. It's out. You can hear the song called Controlled. All right, ready? I'm gonna show you real quick. I just want to show you how made in the USA this stuff is. All right, it's getting uploaded right now, and then it's gonna be on the screen in like a couple seconds. Here it goes. Ready? Every shirt comes like this. When you buy a shirt from me, it says, hold on, I gotta look. Made in the USA, sewn in the USA, fabric dyed in the USA, cotton harvested in the USA, cotton grown. Let's run it back. Cotton harvested in the USA, cotton grown in the USA, yarn spun in the USA, knitted in the USA, fabric dyed in the USA, sewn in the USA, made in the USA, you know, pre-shrunk cotton, so they pre-shrink it. I'm doing the best I can out here, folks. A lot of people got not really USA stuff, or they're selling USA flags made in China. It's not easy finding this stuff. That's why when I tell you, I'm not even trying to do a sale. Yes, I'm doing well today, but I literally only have 18 blue hats. It's not like I would sell 1,000 if I had them over time, not immediately, but I can only find 18 because that's how USA I'm going. Sarah said grinding in the USA. I'm doing my best. Someone said Republican conventions are all China merch. I'm not bragging like I'm the only one, because obviously there are people, but I swear that probably most conservative and Republican stuff is made in China. It's very few people make stuff in the USA, even your favorite patriots. It's not easy. It's expensive. Like my sweatshirts, they're almost all sold out. There's still some, God bless, there's like XXLs left. If you're big, we have like 3 XXLs. I might put them on sale soon, but those are the only ones. The other, I think it was Dream Rare sweatshirts sold out, or God bless. We have very few sweatshirts left if you're into sweatshirts, but my sweatshirts in bulk, I'm just being honest, most sweatshirts you could probably buy them for like low 20s or like late teen, like, you know, up in the teens. Mine costs like $40 for some of the sweatshirts. I'm selling them for 56. I'm not even making that much money, you know, because I'm getting USA made sweatshirts. If I would buy my sweatshirts in China with shittier quality and not USA made, you could get it for 20 bucks and make a huge profit. So the reason I sold my sweatshirts for so much, they're in the 50s, it literally, I'm not even making 2 times as much as that. And I pay for shipping. I have a USA small business that mails it out for me, that gets the products, that stitches it. It's all done in the USA. I'm really out here doing this. So it's definitely the reason you don't see a lot of Republicans doing USA made stuff is because it's hard to find. They don't even have black hats. I would make, I don't even want to say how much money, but a decent amount. If I had black hats, they would sell out immediately. I could sell 1,000. I can't get the material. It's literally impossible. And I'd rather not sell a hat. Someone said, I love my sweatshirt. I'm pretty pumped with the sweatshirts. They came out good. They're super comfortable on the inside. Definitely made in the USA. So someone said you get what you pay for. That's absolutely true. It's inspiring though. I mean, I definitely I have usaproductsonly.com. If you go to usaproductsonly.com, there's hundreds of small businesses. If you watch my channel and you submitted a business, your business might be on there. We're driving traffic to USA made businesses, Etsy stores, anybody creating cool stuff in the USA. We're trying to build out a whole network of that. So it's been really great. Someone said, I think you described the label and not the sweatshirt. Well, I don't know. What do you mean? Someone said, anomaly, let's talk solutions. This country's falling. Can I call in and turn our heads towards God's plan? I mean, at the end of the day, I think that, you could do what you can do, but you don't want to stress yourself out about it. So be the best version of you that you could be, try to make a difference. But at the end of the day, people choose their own destiny. If a lot of people are going to go along with this crazy stuff, then we just have to prepare ourselves. All right, a few more. Someone said Republicans been screwing the USA for many years. Well, I think the Republicans, they play like this controlled opposition sort of thing, where I'm not saying they're all controlled opposition, but they do just enough to get you to want to vote for them, right? It's like, I'm going to vote all Republican in November. I still am. It's worth it. It makes sense to. But it's still not what I wish it was. I don't think they're as ethical as I think they are. And that's the game both parties are playing. You only have 2 options, and they're doing just enough to get your vote, but not enough to actually they're losing in slow motion, wearing cowboy hats. It's like the Democrats are going to send the country to this direction in 20 years, and maybe the Republicans will send it in 30 years. But really, the Republicans are getting weaker and weaker to the point of it's like an open floodgate. It's like they need to close the floodgate a little one, but it's all good. Someone said we live in the twilight zone. We got to make the most of it though. Enjoy ourselves. Have a good day. That's what it's about. Let's see. All right, one more comment. Let's leave on a good one. Let's see. Someone said vote in primary, send new Republicans. I mean, I'm going to vote, but I definitely am not going to just stay silent and be like, oh, they're so great. I like to build on it and be like, all right, let's use our leverage and actually get them to try to do something. All right, one more comment. Let's see. Someone said if voting made a difference, they wouldn't allow it. Could be. Someone said 99% rhinos. Let me see if I could put that one up. What truth are you looking for anyway? I don't know. Did I say I'm looking for the truth? I mean, I try to go dive through what's going on in reality, but I'm not, at this point, I'm not really searching for anything. I think I know a lot, and I'm not like a truth. I'm not trying to look for it. I'm just trying to let it hit me in the face, and then I'll report on it. Doc said you are wrong sometimes, but you have integrity. Well, it's okay to disagree with me. I would like to disagree with you, but I don't know. I'm sure I've made things wrong. I like to think that I'm on point, or else I wouldn't say it, but I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you listen and, disagree with me. That's healthy. All right. Let's end on one more. Let's see. I want to find a good one. All right, Judy said God has the final say. I like that. That's a nice one. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America. God bless the world. Appreciate you guys for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. It was pretty fun. Now that I know I could put comments on the screen, that's pretty exciting. That totally changes the stream, and I will consider that moving forward. I'll try to do some longer stream, answer questions, read your comments. Pretty cool stuff. I really like it, and I will try to figure out more and more how to highlight all the super chats on here. At the end of the show, I'll try to highlight the Facebook super chats. I'm just new to this stuff, so just bear with me as I learn this new stuff. And that's what it is, dreamrare.com. I'll let you know real quick how many hats are left, because I was telling you that there were, when I started the stream, there were 9. Let me see how many there are. Yeah, there's 3 left. So if you want a blue hat, it's at dreamrare.com. If you don't want it, no worries. It's going to be sold out anyway. We have white hats. We have stone white hats. We have sweatshirts. We have long sleeves. We have Freedom Over Tyranny shirts. We have some good stuff, made in the USA stuff. Check it out if you like it. And I'm also working on not just a book, but I don't want to tell you what I'm working on, but I will have a new product available on dreamrare.com. It's been a year in the works, and I'm super excited for that because I have a really cool product for you guys, and I'm trying to expand the store and just do good, high-quality stuff, organic, as good as I can in other categories. So I will have that soon. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one, and I'll be back soon.